I hope it shows me this time when there's going to be people in here. I am live. I'm going to share this out to a couple people. Let me share it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Happy Friday to everyone that is watching. Give it just another minute or so to let a couple more people get in the room before I get on this much needed conversation. All right. I'll share to enough. Well, unfortunately, I don't. Facebook doesn't allow me to see who's in the room. So, hello all two that are in the room. Thank you guys for joining me on this amazing Friday. I think this light is kind of bright. Let me dim it down just a tad. All right. Hey guys, if you guys don't know, this is Let's Talk Fridays. I do this podcast every Friday between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am just on here just speaking about life, things I've gone through, coaching, things that I teach my clients. And I just get on here and I just speak the truth. I'm real, I'm raw. I don't hold anything back. I am definitely here to hold people accountable for their actions. And I'm just here to push everyone forward and so that you are able to walk in your purpose, on purpose, with intentionality. If you don't know me, my name is Amber Nicole. Hey, that's me. I am I'm a trauma coach and a confidence coach, and I am also a mentor and a newly author. I have 2 books out this year. If you guys don't have those books, you guys see that website scroll on the bottom right there. You guys go ahead and log on my website and get those books. Okay, I have also apparel and stuff on there for you guys. But if you guys didn't see, the topic today is basically about resilience, endurance, grit, and follow through. And that is basically a little bit what I'm going to talk about with you guys today. Some of the things that you guys don't have. I didn't have it, so I'm not talking about you. I'm literally just saying some of the things that I learned through this entrepreneur life and just becoming the woman that I am today. I am really geared towards more so women than anything else because I just have this passion and drive to really pour into women and to teach them who they are, because a lot of times we don't know who we are. A lot of times we fall short of who we are. And so I'm really going to give you guys a little story about my life because a lot of people don't know me. I'm going to give you a little story about who I am. And then I'm going to let you know how I become who I am today. So that's what this podcast is about today, because I want to show you guys who I was and how I am today, and how I was not always this person I am today. I was far worse than I used to be. Okay, let's get into this. Okay. So first off, for starters, hello again to everyone that's joining me on this amazing Friday. And I wanted to talk to you guys about why is it that 1% of the world or country are millionaires and you are not? Why is that number so small? Why do we not have more, not even just people, Black people in general have more money? There are financial. Why is it that we struggle in that area? And I find that it has a lot to do with our mindset, first and foremost. I know that. But a lot of it also has to do with things that you have gone through in your life, struggles that you've had, things that you have not gotten over, where you think you may have gotten over it. But that limited mindset that we have, that is something that's so hard for us to get past. It's so hard for us to think big when we weren't taught to think big. And I get it because I've been there. I get it. So I'm going to give you a little story about what I went through. So listen, what I'm going to say is going to be raw and real. Like I said, I'm going to be honest and transparent about things that I've gone through in my life. I'm not going to give you my whole life story. I'm only going to talk to you about a piece of my life, but it was a big piece of my life. So ladies, this is for you because I know that what I am about to share, you have dealt with. You may be dealing with it right now, or you dealt with it in your past, but you're dealing with it. And I am here to be the help for you because I dealt with a lot of that too. So we're going to talk about the number one thing that I see women fall short in, and that is relationships. Yes, I said it. So many of us, hey Ashley, so many of us are in rough, tough, toxic relationships. I know last week, if you guys watched me last week, I said I had my podcast was "That's Not Love, Sis." If you have not seen that podcast and you want to go ahead and you can go on Spotify under Amber Nicole Let's Talk Fridays, or it's also on Amazon Music or Apple Podcasts, also on YouTube under Amber Nicole Speaks. But I'm not going to talk about That's Not Love Sick because I'm not going to be talking about that because that's not what this is about. I'm really going to be talking a little bit about myself because last week I focused more on some of the things that you guys are dealing with. I experienced too, but I didn't get really personal about some of the things I've gone through. So I'm going to get personal about what I've dealt with because I think it is important for me to be open about what I've dealt with, how I've overcome, and how I got to where I am today. So let's start with 2005. I'm not going to be talking that long though, by the way. Anyways, so from 2005 to 2015, I was in the worst position in my life. I was broke with no money. I was in a relationship with a man that at that time I thought I needed in my life. I thought he needed me too, although he did not love me. I was with him for all the wrong reasons. I really, really thought this man we were meant to be together. I mean, we were together for so long. Obviously, God means for us to be together. How is it not? He obviously loves me. If he didn't love me, he wouldn't be here. I met him when I was 20. So my entire 20s, like I said, I was with him for 10 years. My entire 20s, I gave this man my life. Although I had a soul tie. I was so caught up in who he was. I loved this man with everything in me. At least I thought it was love. Okay. I loved this man with everything in me. And because of that, I became lost in who I was. I had no clue. Who is Amber? I have no clue who she was. I tried to be the best me for him, not for me, for him. So whatever he said I should do, I did it. Whatever that was, I did it. Meaning, you need to not have friends. All right. You need to not be going here. Okay. You should stop talking to guys. All right. Whatever he wanted, I did it because I really thought this man was for me. I dumbed myself down to be in a relationship with a man who did not love me at all. I thought he did, and there was glimpses of I think he's getting there. I think he's going to get better. There was glimpses of that, and I held tight to those little glimpses of it. But what happened? Well, I'm not with him anymore. Happily not with him anymore. I was abused mentally and physically. Yes, I was. And I dealt with it, and I came and I put a smile on my face in front of everybody that seen me, and I made him seem like he was the perfect person. I will put us how happy we were on Facebook. You would see pictures of us on Facebook and you would never think or know what was going on behind closed doors because I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell nobody that I would cry myself to sleep at night sometimes. I didn't tell nobody that he would put his hands on me at times. I didn't tell nobody that he isolated me from the world. I would just say, no, I don't want to do it. If my friends would ask me to do something, I was like, no, I got stuff to do with the kids. It would be a whole bunch of excuses when really I was not doing it because he didn't want me to do it. I stayed in that relationship, stupid in that relationship, not knowing who I was, broken, unhealed, thinking that this was the man for me. But this man didn't even love me. So why did I stay? Why did I not get up and leave? Why was everybody around me telling me that he is not for you? Everyone around me hated him. And I would make excuses. You just don't know who he is. You guys just don't know. You just don't understand. He doesn't have any family. He needs me. All these excuses I was saying on why I was staying in that relationship. But really, what I had to come to the conclusion and realize is that I wasn't staying in that relationship because of him. I was staying in that relationship because of me, because I needed to be loved, because I did not know how to love myself properly, because I had voids in me and wanting somebody by me at all times. So I stayed there. And I dealt with it because I thought it was the best I could possibly get. And I remember that thought in my mind when I said to myself that it's not going to get no better than this. All the stuff that my friends were going through or I seen people going through, he's not as bad as them. It's not going to get any better than this. This is all I can have. I really didn't think it was better. I really didn't think there was a man out there that was better for me. That was my mindset. That was what I really thought. So because I didn't think I was going to get any better, I stayed in that relationship for almost 11 years. I gave him my entire 20s. But I got to a point in my life where I said to myself, you cannot do this no more. You have to be tired of living paycheck to paycheck because me being in with that man kept me stuck. So since I was stuck, I was broke. I didn't have nothing. Living in low income apartment and barely even able to pay the rent in that low income apartment. What? Yep. Struggling. And I was okay with it because I had someone to struggle with me. Instead of a man that was pushing me and pouring love into me, I was okay with him. As long as we're struggling together and I'm not doing this by myself, I'm gonna stick it out. At least I ain't doing it alone. We both struggling. Neither one of us trying to smarten up and be better. And when I would try to be the one to get better, when I would be the one to try to smarten up, when I would be the one to say, you know what, I'm going to go to college, he would be like, oh, you just doing that for you. He would make me feel like I was doing stuff selfishly, like I wasn't doing it for myself. I know some of you guys are in the same relationship where you feel like you just don't know what to do, where you feel like you're so tied to a man where you don't know why. Why am I so tied to him? What is it about him that I love so much? Why can't I just leave? Why is it so hard? Right? Right? Because I kept saying that. Why can't I just leave? He doesn't even do that much for me. Why can't I leave this? I was tied to the limited beliefs of what I thought I was capable of having in my life. That's why I couldn't leave. I was so tied to this man. My soul needed him, even though it was bad for me, even though it broke me down, even though it got me nowhere in life. Raise your hand if you've been there, or if you're there right now, where you just been so tied to a man and you just didn't know why. I didn't. It wasn't until finally I got to a point where we had just got engaged after 10 years. And let me just tell you this, the only reason why we even got engaged is because I gave him an ultimatum. Not because he wanted to do it. It's because I told him by this date, November, blah, 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 blah. If I don't have a ring on my finger, I'm out. I spent enough time with you. If you don't put a ring on my finger, I'm not staying here. And that's what he did. He did exactly what I wanted him to do because he didn't want me to leave. He didn't love me, But he didn't want me to leave because he needed me to keep giving him the benefits that I was giving him, because he didn't have nobody else in his life giving it to him. And if you're gonna listen to me and let me do whatever I want to do, and you still gonna not have friends and not do this, and I get to do blah blah blah, why wouldn't I stay here? Why don't I want to be with you? So we got engaged. 3 months later, he was cheating on me. Shocker. Shocker, right? Of course not, because that was our relationship. I just dealt with it. I dealt with it. When he cheated on me, when I found out that, I was done. Done. And I knew that I deserved better. I knew that I did not deserve to be with a man when I'm sitting here pouring every single thing in you, and then you go and do that to me. I knew I didn't deserve that. Besides the fact that wasn't the first time he cheated on me, I don't even know how many times it was at that point. I was done. I left that relationship, and I will tell you guys, ladies, because there's a lot of you that's in a relationship right now where you don't want to leave this man because you think it's too hard. You don't want to go through the pain. You rather just deal with it because you think you can't get any better. Let me tell you, the pain of leaving that relationship was excruciating. It was hard for me. I did not want to do it. Yes, Ashley, been there. Same, Sophia, been there. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to leave. But what was the alternative? To keep sitting and being cheated on and thinking that he's going to do better? That was the alternative? Of course not. I said, you know what? I gave you my entire 20s. I'd be damned if I give you my 30s. Not going to happen. I ain't doing it. When I walked away, it hurt so bad. I cried. I felt like I was dying because that was the person I lived with and I had in my life for almost 11 years, every day for 11 years. And to not have that person in your life no more, even though it's not good for you, it was still hard to walk away. I had to get him kicked out the house so that I wouldn't go back to what I was doing. I told the landlord, I said, listen, although we are both on the lease, if you don't want your house to be ruined, it was a condo we were in, my bad. If you don't want your condo to be ruined, my suggestion to you is that only one of us can live here. Yes, Kenya, it was like death. Only one of us could live here. Because if I have to be in this house with him, I promise you right now, it's going to be hell. And I don't care. And she was like, ooh, okay. So what she said to me was, okay, whoever makes the most money will be the person that ended up having to stay. Which was crazy to me because I'm the one that has the child and you still, but whatever, it is what it is. We met up. Obviously, I made more money than him. I always did. And so I got the place. I had to get him kicked out of that apartment because I knew that if I allow him to stay in that place, I might go back and be tempted to keep going through that moment. But the only way that I can be done with this situation is if I eliminate him as much as I can. I have a child with him, so I couldn't eliminate him completely. But as long as I don't got to see him daily, it helped me. It helped me. And then I just did the work on me. Let me see what Sophia said. For someone who could care less, I feel that, man. Yes. Yes. I had to do the work. What's wrong with me? Why am I staying in a situation that I know doesn't deserve me? Why am I being with someone who is not just a relationship? Okay, I had a bad relationship, but I'm broke, living paycheck to paycheck, living in a little condo or whatever. It was decent, but I could get better. Car, okay, not very nice, but it was all right. I was living a mediocre life and I was okay with mediocre, as if I didn't deserve to live lavishly, live a millionaire, travel around the world, have a lot of friends, and just be happy and free. I thought that about myself. Once I started doing the work on me, my eyes started opening up a whole new way. I started seeing people for who they really are. I started seeing him for who he really was. And then I look back now like, girl, you was stupid. you he not even that cute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really starting to see who he is when I'm not in that situation no more, because we don't see it when we're in it. My friends see it, my family see it. I don't see it. I didn't see it. But I did the work on me. I put in the tough stuff. I cried countless tears. Not just because I was done with that relationship, but because I didn't even know what to do no more. I was in a routine of what to do with life, and now I'm single. What do I do? Now I'm a single mother, taking care of my child by myself, doing things singly. I didn't know what that looked like because I hadn't had that. So it was hard. But oh God, let me tell you, it was worth every painful moment I went through when I walked out of that. The work I've done and I put in myself over the last few years has brought me to who I am today. The standards I have in my life, I'd be damned if I let somebody else do what that happened to me at that time. I have a standard and I stick to it because I know what I deserve. I know what I went through, and I know how much work I put on myself, and I know what I bring to the table. And that's me today. 5 years ago, this wasn't me. And the reason why a lot of you guys don't are sticking around in those relationships, or you keep being in dead end relationships over and over and over and over again, is because you're not doing the work for yourself, because it's hard. At the beginning of this, if you guys didn't watch me, when I was talking about why is only 1% of the country millionaires, because they go through the hard stuff and they follow through. They're resilient. They have grit. They have passion, and they don't let the tough stuff stop them. That's how I became who I am today. Because through the hard stuff, I still kept showing up, and not just working a job. No, I was watching videos. I got therapy. I got a life coach. I'm reading books. I did so much work on me because I was the problem. It's not him. I can't control what he was doing. I'm the problem why I'm dealing with these type of men. I'm the problem why I don't have the money that I deserve. Why do you keep dealing with the same thing over and over again? Why are you okay with living paycheck to paycheck? Ask yourself that. Why are you okay? Some people even marriages. Why are you okay being married to a man that you know don't serve you? Why are you okay being in a relationship with a man for years and years? And the only thing you can say is we got history and we got kids together, but at the end of the day, he really ain't the best for you. Ask yourself that. Because it was hard for me to look myself in the mirror and say to myself, as beautiful as you are with a man that puts his hands on you. So pretty don't mean nothing. That was outer appearance. I dressed nice, kept my hair did, nails done, but my inside was so broken. My confidence was zero. My worth was in that man. And since he wasn't barely nothing, we both wasn't nothing together. I'm just being honest, because that's who I was. Key word, was. Once I started doing everything I was supposed to do for myself, once I started learning, coaching, therapy, having a coach and all that, praying, meditating. That's another thing. How many of you guys are just praying things to go away and things to get better? I pray that God sends me more money. I pray that God opens this door for me. I pray that God makes things better. Prayer with no work. You just praying and hoping that God is going to be Santa Claus and poof, magically appear. Something's going to happen for you. All of a sudden, you're not going to be broken no more. All of a sudden, you're going to have this confidence that you need to have. Newsflash, it's not going to happen. Do you need to pray? Of course. I pray every day. But you also need to pray and do the work and expect God to bless you with the work that you're doing. You cannot pray for something and then you ain't giving him nothing to bless. What is he blessing? What is he helping you out with? Hey, Rev. Yes, Ashley. Faith without works is dead. Once I did the work on me, once I started becoming healed and whole, God started putting visions and things in my mind of what I'm supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. That's why I have coached clients. That's how I became a life coach, a confidence and a trauma coach. The trauma is because that's what happens. You deal with trauma, and then the confidence, I lead you into the confidence to become who you are today. That's why I am where I am today. Ask me 5 years ago if I would be coaching, I would tell you no. I'll be a medical assistant or a paralegal because that's what my degrees are in. Never thought that I would be this. I am a coach today because this is what God destined for me to do. Because not a lot of women do the work on themselves because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be consistent in showing up for yourself daily. It's much easier to deal with the abuse, the toxicity, because you're used to it. We get used to it. I know what this is. It's a cycle. We gonna argue, he gonna leave, he gonna cheat, he gonna come home, we gonna make up, and it's gonna be another cycle. We're gonna do it again tomorrow or a week from now. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, we arguing, but at least I know what I'm getting. It's hard to face yourself and say, I got some things I need to work on. It's hard to say I was sexually abused when I was younger and that's affecting me as an adult. It's hard to say my mom was a gambling addict and I raised myself since I was 12 years old and I didn't have the guidance. It's hard to face yourself. But if you are not willing to do the work on you, then don't complain about where you are in your life. Don't complain about not having a man that really pours into you and loves you. If I didn't do what I was doing today, if I didn't become who I was today, I wouldn't have Chris. He wouldn't be here. I wouldn't deserve a man like that. Yeah, I said it. And I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm just saying a good man that really pours into you, that works with you, that's patient with you, that's kind. They are hard to find. But they also want a woman that is able to pour into them as well. They also want a woman that's healed. Good men don't want broken women. Sorry to say it, they just don't. Because they did the work. Because they're doing what they're supposed to do. Are you ready? Are you ready for change? Are you ready to stop being discouraged? Are you ready to stop living paycheck to paycheck? If you're an entrepreneur, are you ready to make some money in your business? Well, let me tell you, that is the money is tied to your relationships, your brokenness. Maybe you're not in a relationship no more. Maybe you're single, but you're still hurting from that relationship or multiple relationships that you've been in. Until you become healed and whole, you're going to keep bumping your head every time because you don't know what the problem is and you are the problem. Yes, Ashley, like-minded. Yes, Kenya, God will restore. You are the problem. I've worked with countless clients that's dealt with a lot of the same things that I dealt with, and they just didn't know how to be better. They just didn't know. And I get it because I've been there. And a lot of women just don't know how to do the work. I guide them and help them do the work. But the thing is, you got to be willing to show up and willing to be uncomfortable. It's not easy. It doesn't feel good to change and grow and be better. There's nothing good about that, because now we're shifting your mindset from what you've always thought about yourself. And now you got to now you got to start telling yourself something different. Do I get pushback from some of my clients? Of course, I get pushback. But as long as you are willing to wake up, do the work, show up for yourself, be consistent, be resilient, have follow through, be serious about change. Are you serious? Are you? If you ain't, stop complaining. Because I am tired of seeing women complain there ain't no good men in the world, having to work a bunch of hours, all these medical jobs paying you think that you work this little medical job, and I'm not talking about the people that do it. I'm just saying a lot of people work in the medical field and they think that that's just all they're supposed to get. Like that's just enough. God didn't birth you to just to wake up, work a job, pay bills, take care of kids, and nothing else. He birthed us for greatness. People that are millionaires, and I'm on my way, but our mindset, we're not just specially blessed people. I'm not just blessed. I'm not special. I'm not no different than anybody that's watching this. I'm no different than you. I grew up in low income housing. I grew up in the hood. I just didn't stay there. I didn't stay there. I cared about me enough. You get one life. YOLO. You only live once. Why would you want to live a life mediocre? Why wouldn't you want to live full out, free, financially free, happy, loving marriage? Travel whenever you want to. Don't even have to check a bank account. If I want to go to Mexico, let me see. Okay, next weekend I want to go to Mexico. I don't gotta say, okay, I want to go to Mexico. All right, let me make sure I got $400. Okay, I'm gonna need to work 15 hours. And okay, I don't gotta do that. Freedom. Freedom. Don't you want freedom? Yeah, I know you do. Exactly, Kenya. We are highly favored. But are you serious? Yes. All right. So some of you that are watching, I know you need coaching. I know you need me. I know this. You see my website, it's streaming across www.ambernicolespeaks.com. Go to my website and book a free consultation. It's free. It's free. But the thing about it is, I only take a limited amount of people. I don't just take everybody, because I know the people that I'm divine to connected to, and I know that God's destined me to be connected to certain people. So I don't just talk to anybody. I don't just work with anybody. You got to be ready to do the work. And I can tell on a phone call and a consultation, I can tell the women that really are ready to do the work versus the women that's just want to talk and just want me to thinking that I'm going to keep motivating them. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to transform you. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a transformational speaker. When you transform, you keep showing up with confidence every single day. I don't want to motivate you so you can go to bed and then you need another tap. That's like an addict. You addicted to motivation. I'm gonna give you a little motivation and you need me again tomorrow. No, I want you to transform your mind so then you don't need me. You good by yourself. That's what I do with my clients. I transform their mind. This ain't temporary. This is for the rest of your life. How serious are you? If you're serious, book a consultation. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. And then based on the conversation, I decide if me and you can work together. Because like I said, I can tell if you're serious or not. All right. I hope this helps some of you guys tonight. Another thing I have my Courageous Confidence course. It's coming up November 19th, I believe. November 19th. It's a 2-hour course, 2-hour session, because I know a lot of people cannot afford my coaching. I'm not cheap. I didn't do all this work and pour into myself to be cheap. Of course not. You paying for the knowledge and the work I've done on myself. But like I said, I know a lot of people cannot afford my one-on-one coaching. Therefore, I have my Courageous Confidence course. That's only $75 for 2 hours. Sign up for that course. I'll put the link up here. I forgot to put the link up here, but I'll put the link up here for you guys so that you can register for that course November 19th for that course. Register Courageous Confidence, because it takes courage to have confidence in you. Are you ready? You're not ready for one-on-one coaching? That's fine. Sign up for the Courageous Confidence course. That 2-hour course. I put a lot into that as well. You'll be able to ask me questions on that course as well. Sign up, $75. If you can't pay $75 to learn and grow for yourself, then you ain't ready for change either. Because to change takes investing in you. Like I said, I got therapy, I got coaching. My coach was not cheap. She's still my coach, and she's not cheap. Because I was serious about changing. I was serious about growing my mindset. I was serious about being in a happy, loving marriage, a millionaire. So I do the work. I invest in me. Women who invest in themselves go further. So sign up for that course, or actually, if you want to, you can go on the website as well, www.ambernicolespeaks.com. I have it on the website as well. Lastly, I have my Truth Moments from Pain to Purpose. I have that's a free event. There's 10 of us that's going to be speaking on that event. So if you have not registered for that yet, hey, you better get to that. That's November 14th. That's free. Go register for that free conference. It is necessary. The more you learn from different people, let me just say this, you are who you're connected to. So if you look at the 4 or 5 friends that you talk to every day, that is indicative of exactly who you're going to be. So if you desire to be a millionaire, I suggest you get around some millionaires. If you desire to have a happy, loving marriage, or if you're single and you want to be married, I suggest you get around some women that's married. Because who you're around is who you're going to always be. You got to get around something different. No new friends. You got to get new friends. You need new friends to grow. All right. Before I get off, does anybody have any questions or any last comments that you want to say to me? Anything that anybody else want to say? I freaking love you guys. Like, I am so passionate about what I do. I don't do this just for money. I do this because my desire for you guys to grow and change is strong. I have a passion. I love women. And when I see a woman that's broken, that I know deserves better, it hurts me because I'm a woman and I've been there. So I put my all into everything that I do. With my one-on-one clients, you can ask any of them. They get all of me. I don't play no games when it comes to making sure that they are their best selves. Because there ain't no reason why we all can't be millionaires in happy, loving relationships. Everybody don't want to be in a relationship, but if you do, there's no reason why you shouldn't be in one that's happy, loving, where you got a man that pours into you, that cares about you deeply. We all deserve that. But you got to set standards for your life. All right? Okay, I'm not going to go on anymore. I thank all of you guys, Kenya, Sophie, Ashley. I thank you guys. I thank all you guys for watching. Peace and prosperity to each of you. Sign up for that Courageous Confidence course. Sign up for that free Truth Moments, Pain to Purpose course. You need this class. You need it. All right? Mwah. I love each and every one of you guys. You enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you next Friday. All right. Bye.